All right, we are live. Let's double check. Let's see what we got going on here.
Okay.
And you can check to see management. Check to see if we good.
Are we good, management?
So yeah, we're good on. Did you connect your I know you connected YouTube. Did you connect Facebook?
He said no.
Facebook, no.
Facebook, no, but YouTube, yes.
Okay, so did you want me to you want to share it to your page real quick from your Facebook or
Yeah.
no?
Management, are we
No,
doing
we
that?
good. Huh?
Are we sharing from my Facebook? I mean, from her Facebook to mine?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so management, you're going to have to uh, get either her phone
He
so
has
that
it.
you, oh,
Mhm.
okay, so that you can share it to the page. But we are live, and we
Okay.
do.
Oh God. And we're on. I'm over here cleaning my glasses. I mean,
Well, we
like,
in here, we just having a
girl.
conversation because you already know how we do, and
Yes.
so I'm excited because I get to share the platform. All of the other women, yes, were great.
Mhm.
And I was so thankful that they all joined. But this is personal to me because you're personal to me. And so I'm excited about our conversation today. I'm excited about whatever it is that we get into. And yeah, Erica, this is going to be good. So
Kind of
would you
interesting, kind of spicy. Who knows? Yeah, because when the two of us start talking, Lord Jesus, the phone calls. Yes, car phone calls. Yeah,
car phone
the
calls,
car
text
phone call. Yes,
messages,
yes.
all of
All
the
of
good
it.
things, all
All
of
of
the
the good
good things.
things. Yes, yes.
So let me do a formal introduction because
Okay.
I want to thank everyone for joining and for everyone who listened to all of the other weeks that we talked about living called passion to purpose. For those of you all who do not know, my name is Kiana Talena, and we may or may not get into why I go by my first and my middle name. But this is personal to me. Purpose is personal to me because when you begin to walk into purpose, it's not just about you. It's about all of the individuals who you are impacting. It's about you showing up as the authentic version of who you are. It's
Mhm.
about you taking off the mask. It's about you letting go of all of the fear, all of the self doubt, all of those things when you begin to walk in purpose, because you can't hold on to that and continue to serve the individuals who you are called to serve. So, this conversation is going to be good today. If you need to go and grab your glass of water, cup of tea, a cup of wine, coffee, whatever is your liking, I would, okay, all right. That's what we're doing today. Okay, okay.
You said
I'm
wine.
excited. I'm excited. So, Erica,
Yes.
introduce who are you? Erica, who are you?
Oh gosh. That's a loaded question.
Okay, we'll start there then.
Okay. I don't even know how to answer that. I am Erica. Uh I am Red Velvet Talks. This is the new me. And honestly, I am learning the new me. I'm learning the new me and who I really am. Um, and it started with a journey back in February. Those who know me know that I lost my dad in February, um, unexpectedly, and unfortunately happened on my daughter's birthday. So that day now is going to be it's going to be different. But I have to learn, or I'm learning how to navigate through that and still making it making my daughter still the priority, even though we lost my father on her birthday. Um, but still just navigating through that. I did end up going into grief counseling, and I desperately needed it. And I did not know how badly I needed it until I started. And my therapist is absolutely amazing. I can't thank her enough. I cannot thank her enough because my therapy has opened up doors that I've never thought that I would do. And doing this now, yeah, everybody knows I don't talk in front of nobody. I may talk a whole lot of crap behind the doors, on the phone with you, on the phone with my girlfriends, my family, whatever. But speaking in front of people and being vulnerable and letting myself out there, this is a no for me. This is a no for me. So yeah, I'm still learning me. I'm still learning me. I'm learning my voice. I'm learning how to stand up for myself. I had to stand up for myself for my father when he was going through his health challenges. So I advocated for him, and I had to make my voice be heard for him. So now it's time for me. Now it's time for me.
So you said something which was so imperative about finding you and
Yes.
finding your voice.
Yes.
And I started this out by saying, when you begin to walk in purpose,
Mhm.
purpose requires you to be the authentic version of you. And sometimes we have to ask ourselves the question, who am I? So even when I just asked you, who are you? Most of the time we give off the accolades, all of the titles that we have. Oh, I'm a mom. Oh, I'm a wife. Oh, I'm the CEO of this. Oh, I'm the doctor of that. But that is not who you are. And
Right.
so when I started out in saying that I go by Kiana Talena, it's because that's the name that I was given at birth. That's who innately, that's who I am. All of the other things, all of the other titles, all of the other pieces of me, but Kiana Talena is personal.
Mhm.
Kiana Talena is the person that is showing up and is walking in purpose. So when you said that you had to understand who you were, you had to find your voice,
Mhm.
that's where it starts. And
Yes.
sometimes it does take for us to go and lay on, I mean, we don't necessarily go and lay on a therapist's couch, but it helps us to begin to peel back those layers so that we can say, okay, well, who is Erica?
Right. Right.
Who,
Where did this person come
okay,
from?
where did she come from? But she's always been there.
Yes.
But all of the things from life begin to pile on. And so the little Erica is still waving and saying, I'm here.
Mhm.
Like, I haven't gone anywhere, but life happens. And
Yes.
so for you, it was a pivotal moment when you lost your dad.
Mhm.
And that caused you to, the thing that you were pouring into, the person that you were pouring into because they needed you ultimately began to take on their life and your life. And now that piece is kind of missing. So it's like
Right.
now I have to almost have to fill that void, but in filling that void helped you find you.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
how did, when you began to go to therapy and peel back those layers, what was that for you? Like, what was that eye opening? Like, oh my gosh, I am really doing this. Like, I am showing up as me. I'm voicing and being who I truly am called to be. What did that feel like for you?
Uh, well, I could say, starting with my therapist, one of my close girlfriends gave me a journal, and I had worn this book out. So a lot of it too has been with me writing and writing out my feelings, writing what's going on, writing what I like, what I don't like, who I like, etc. Just writing, just getting it all out. Um, and going through therapy, she told me I actually went through a moment in which I actually said, no one sees me.
Mm,
And that's how I actually felt. I honestly felt that no one sees me. And I remember just sitting there, just crying about it. Even my therapist was almost crying. And she was like, well, why do you think that? I said, I don't know. I don't know. And a part of me really felt that way. And I actually had this discussion with my mom. And my mom was like, no, we do. We have. It's just that I have just been in the background. I never stepped forward. I never uh, took my place or took charge. I just kind of like just, yeah. Um, and that was a conversation we just recently had. My mother and I just recently had. But in therapy, yes, she was helping me try to find my voice, who I am, and um, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. Um, and I guess, and again, through writing really helped a lot. Talking to my family, it helped a lot. But I also had to find moments just for myself.
Mm-hmm.
There was a day that I was home. I was home by myself one day and I went upstairs and I turned some music on and I'm just listening to music. And I don't know if you all understand what peace is like. But
Mm.
on this particular day, the peace was so loud that I literally began to just weep. I don't think I even cried like this when my father passed. But I just, oh my God, I cried so bad because the peace was so loud. It was so overwhelming, but it felt so good. And I was in a place in which I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I'm starting to feel a little bit better.
People don't necessarily talk about that. Like when you hear people talk about peace, it's sometimes that calming, but what you just described was a release. It
Yes.
was a release of all of the things that you had been holding knowingly and unknowingly. I know even
Yes.
just as
Yes.
women, we kind of hold a lot of things in, and especially like with what you were talking about, sometimes just not being seen.
Mhm.
But when you have those moments to just be with you and be with your thoughts and just allow it to just kind of come all out, you'll be like, where did that come from? I
Mhm.
mean, weeping that is uncontrollable weeping.
Yes, and that's
And
what it
it's like,
was.
how the heck did I get here? Where, like, and it comes from out of nowhere. But
Yes.
then when it stops, it's just like, it's not one of those, it's hard to describe. It's not like it feels heavy.
Mhm.
It's not a cry of sadness or pain. It's just
A
like,
release.
it's a release and it
A
feels
release.
so good. And so I'm glad that you said that, because a lot of times I think people associate crying with pain and suffering, but
Right.
they're tears of joy. Like
Yes.
we can cry tears of joy. And I think like with what you just said, having those tears and being okay with just like wiping them away, and then you go about your day.
Mhm.
And it's not just one time that you can have that. You can just be doing random stuff and just be crying and be
Yes.
like, God, like, how
Yeah, why am
did I
I
get here?
crying? Right.
How did I get here? And then you wipe your face and go on about your day.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
I think you shared so much just about that piece of it, and even being able to have that conversation with your mom, an open conversation, and say, I didn't necessarily feel seen, but your
Mhm.
mom saying, but we saw you.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
how did that make you feel? Because you felt that you weren't being seen, but for someone to validate and say that, no, we saw you.
And
But
it felt good. It felt great. It felt great. Because even I can honestly say that even with this podcast, Red Velvet Talks, I didn't know how that was going to come across to people. Um, but I know too that I have in the past, and I have wanted to start different things or do different things, and
mm,
then I backed out of it at the last minute. Let's not do the whole face, let's get rid of the face. But this time I did it, but I had to do it quietly because I wanted to make sure that I was going to do it. I had to push myself to do it first before I can announce to people, this is what I'm doing. Because I
Okay.
knew I want to talk myself out of it again. So,
Okay, so but let's stay right there
okay.
because you said something about this was not your first time having a conversation about knowing something that you're supposed to do, right?
Right.
So what was it then compared to now? What was the difference between you saying, you know what, I'm going to bet on me this time?
Because I had to cut away a whole lot of stuff.
Talk about
Big scissors, big, the ones you use outside to clip the hinges.
the
I had to
hedges.
cut
Okay.
away some stuff. And once I cut away and burned those bridges down to the ground, burned them, yes, then I was able to say, okay, let's strap on this armor. Let's do it. Let's
So
do it.
what was it? What was the weight or what was the distractions that you feel like were holding you from starting? Like what was it? I mean,
Non,
you don't have to get
non,
into maybe specifics,
yeah,
but like what?
probably uh non-supportive, little toxic. Uh I can say, and that's not family. So let me say that there.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that had a lot to do with it.
And so now you
And not believing in myself.
okay. Okay. So that on a culmination of things. So
Yes,
it was not recognizing and not believing enough in you. And then the
exactly.
environment that you were in
Exactly.
was not a safe space for you to flourish, so to
Exactly.
say. Okay. I
Bingo.
like that
Bingo.
because it is important for you to have individuals who can pour into you.
Yes.
But you also made a statement about you had to do it quietly. So, although you may not have had all of the support that you were looking for, because I think even now you stepped into a space where you didn't even know how any of this was going to take place, but you knew enough that you heard the call to answer it and that you had to this time. So
Yes.
why was it important this time?
Because I heard them.
Okay, you heard what?
Well, let's go back for 2 seconds. For those who don't know, this lady here has been in my ear for years.
Hmm.
My daughter Talea has been in my ear for years, and I got to make sure I say Talea because she really, really has been in my ears. And to even take it a step back, and I think I even mentioned it on a podcast. My aunt Pat was the one who started me with baking. Period. Not the
Mhm.
podcast, but just baking. Um, Moving forward, um, I had, as you call it, the phone booth. So I was in the phone booth. And while I was in the phone booth, I actually heard Red Velvet Talks. I have never heard anything so clear in my life. No, I should say this would be the second time I've actually heard something very clear. I've never heard something so clear in my life. In fact, I literally jumped out of the phone booth to call you to tell you the Red Velvet Talks. And that's just how it started. And then I just went running from there. I did not know in what direction I was going to go, who I was going to have, um, who was going to help me. I can't discuss you. Some people know who my manager is. I can't discuss who he is, but the fact that God was like, "Hey, you got this
Mhm.
one right here,"
Yep.
and he is absolutely fabulous. Um, I didn't know. I didn't know. And but I took it, I ran with it, but he pushes me. My manager really, really pushes me. So at this juncture, I have no other choice but to keep going.
So, but that's important. That's an important piece because I think we even talked about that before is your purpose is not for you. Your purpose is for those who you are called to.
Yes.
And Miles Monroe said it the best, where the graveyard is the richest place in the world,
Oh,
because people leave this earth with every gift, every talent that they have, because they were afraid to answer the call.
wow.
And a lot of times, especially I can say in our culture, we question, am I qualified enough to even do any of this? We begin
Right.
to talk ourselves out of the
Whatever.
very thing that we know that we are called to do, because we begin to think about, well, what's so and so going to say? Well, what are they going to think about this? Is anyone going to support me? So now your gift, or the purpose that you have, you were ready to step into it, and you've talked yourself out of it, not even thinking that those people aren't walking in purpose either.
Right.
So you've allowed someone who is not walking in purpose and has not even said anything to you to talk you out of the
Out of
very
it.
thing that you know that you are supposed to do. And when you talk about purpose and the assignment, it's not just you baking, or it's not just red velvet talks. It's about all of those people that you will never meet, that will come across your page, that will partake in the very delicacies that you create.
Mm.
You will never know them, but you decided to step into purpose because you heard the call and you said, you know what? I don't have all the pieces.
Right.
I don't have to know all of what it is I'm supposed to do, but I'll take the first step
Yes.
and I'll see what happens from there. If it works out,
It
great.
works out.
If
Yes.
it don't work out, great. But I
I
followed
tried.
the instructions.
Mhm.
So even with instructions, when it comes to you creating a or making a pie or a cake, if you miss a ingredient, what
Oh
happens?
Lord. Oh Lord. Not
What
good.
what happens?
Not good. Oh, it's nasty. It's nasty.
So would you say that there are individuals who have all of the ingredients sometimes, and the very ingredient that they need is for them to just show up and put all of it together and then put it in the oven in order for them to have what it is that they need?
Yeah.
But they think, oh, I don't have the butter. Oh, I don't have all of this. But it's like, no, did you open the cabinet? I think
Right.
you have all of the things that you need. And
Yes.
even if you can't bake a cake, can you make some cookies? Do you have? You did not. Okay, so we just had a conversation and you were thinking about making cookies, and you had the audacity to go home and make them.
Cookies I don't need. Let's say that. Cookies I don't need.
Okay, but you decided to make the cookies.
I did. I did. And the very cookies that Chef talked about. I don't know if you saw my
I
last
did.
podcast. I did. Okay. Chef talked about, and then Chef's assistant actually requested more cookies. I actually had to meet him the other day to take him some cookies. And these cookies we still do not have a name for. So guys, listen, if you all can think of a name for these, please let me know. I have no idea. They're
So what's
delicious.
ma'am? So when we talk about gifts and talents though, right?
Yeah,
Because someone would think you went to work today
I did.
and then you came home, and within you've been home what, 2 hours or
Okay, well
so?
let me tell you about those 2 hours. So me trying to run around and do stuff. Then my daughter, my grandchildren would come in with my son-in-law. So of course they're eating and there's stuff all over the place and they're trying to get ready for trunk or treat. So literally all this is happening within minutes before you and I got on. So we're trying to clean up and get things straight so they could get out of the house so I could get on here to meet you. So yes, I went to work. I had time with my grandchildren, my daughter, my son-in-law. Yes.
And
And then I had a
so
Perry moment. And then, yeah, and now I'm here. Okay.
But your gift, though, allowed you because it's not work.
Right.
And I think that's another thing that people, when we talk about passion, when we talk about purpose, you can do it in your sleep.
Yes. Yeah.
Purpose will wake you up out of your sleep to make a mental note or to jot down something. Purpose will have you baking cookies with all of these other things going on around because it's easy for you to do. It's
Mhm.
not a stretch to say, let me go in there and whip these cookies up.
Mhm.
It's nothing for me to do that. Let me go on in here and whip these up. And I love that. And I love the fact that even before we hopped on, we were talking about just how we reconnected.
Yes.
Like, who would have ever thought that us working in the same place,
The same exact office.
in the same office?
And I remember seeing you come down the hall, and you had to be about 13 months pregnant. I mean, she was good and
Wow.
pregnant.
Wow. Not 13. Not
She
13.
was good and pregnant, y'all. And we had not seen each other since we were children. So we had, yeah, and we worked in the same office, literally the same office for probably maybe a month. Still never clicked,
Yeah.
never had a
Never. It
conversation.
never clicked.
Nothing until we went to lunch one day because we worked at Washington Hospital Center. We went to lunch today. We walked across, we went to the rehab facility across the street, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So we walked across the street to the rehab facility, and then we ran into another cousin of
Another
ours,
cousin.
and she asked, "You two, wait, how did this? Do you all know who
Clueless.
each other is?"
Clueless. You hear me? We both looking at the cousin that we know, and it's like, what you mean?
Right, right.
So,
This is Glenda's daughter. This is Marguerite's daughter. Wait, what?
what?
Yes.
Clueless.
Yes.
But it was all part of the design.
Mm-hmm.
Like, us being able to reconnect brought us here.
Yes.
Us, and we don't talk every day. We talk
No.
more now,
Yes.
but we always remain in contact with each other.
After that, yes, we did. Yes, we
And
did.
again, when we talk about purpose, how purpose will put you in rooms that you don't even know how you get there sometimes. But also realizing that, okay, I wasn't doing what I'm doing now, but God had the wherewithal enough to know, let me reconnect these two so that at some point their purpose lives will cross paths.
Mm-hmm.
And then here I am walking in purpose, and I'm saying, Erica, but what if you did this? Well, what if you did?
And me ignoring you.
Ignored me hard. And I'm
Okay.
like, but I knew enough to not push.
Right.
And it was like, oh, okay, she'll get it.
Mhm.
Just keep laying the Easter eggs. At some point,
Yes.
she'll get it. And then here we are. And so for me, I'm excited because, okay, me stepping into purpose allowed me to be able to share something with you. And the exciting piece for me is now to see who you get a chance to impact. And then who that person gets a chance to impact. And for all of the people that we will never meet,
Yes.
because these are global social media, we don't know the people who will watch this.
Right.
For me, even just with my podcast being 2 years old, and I go and I look at the analytics, the majority of the people, Erica, aren't even in this country that
wow.
listen.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, I will never know those people. I've never been to those places.
Well, whoever
But-
you are, hello.
But to know that your purpose will be shared with them. And then for all of the people who are listening now to say, let me figure out what purpose call is for me. Because purpose, it'll whisper. And then like for you, you got into the phone booth and then it got really loud.
Yes.
But I think that we hear purpose more so than we are actually willing to acknowledge,
Yes.
because we begin to justify why this is not going to work. And especially now, I made a post yesterday where I was just even talking about having one income is too close to having none.
Yes.
Um, we're
Mm.
living in a day where that's just not going to work. And there is something that your hands can do. There is something that your speaking up, your voice can do. There is someone that you can begin to pour into where you're now walking in purpose. But then purpose begins to open doors for you. Purpose begins to open up additional streams of income that you never even thought about. And for you, Red Velvet Talks started with you baking.
Yes.
Like, your cakes are amazing, Erica. There was no reason why so many people are not consuming, look, your product.
And you know, and the thing is, a lot of people have consumed my products.
Mm.
I have they know who they are. They know who they
Say
are.
their names. Look, come
Right,
on.
right. Right. I yeah. And you know, and it's funny because I had ran into a gentleman today, and we have a mutual friend, and I could say his name. His name is James, and we were laughing, and I was telling him how my neighbors used to wait for me for on during the holidays because they knew that I was going to bake them goodie baskets, and they were waiting for me to bake goodie baskets for them for the holidays. I even went to my mom, my daughter, my sister-in-law job. They all work at the same place. But anyway, I went to their job, and the lady at the desk was saying, "Okay, Erica, so when do we get our goodie baskets? You know, we're looking for our goodie baskets." So for years, people have actually had my stuff for years.
Mhm.
I just never did anything with it. I really didn't. I would just bake here and there. Okay, yeah, you know. Then it got a little bit bigger, you know, here, but I never ever really did anything like that. Um, there was one time, there was a group that I work with, but there was a student at one of the schools that my mom worked at, um, and he was sick, and his parents were having financial struggle simply because of his illness, and the young ladies I worked with, I said, well, can we do a bake sale car wash to see if
Mhm.
we could raise money? Um, and they said yes. I remember going to my mom's house at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I didn't leave out of there to probably maybe about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I just baked. And some of the ladies came and helped me bag up things or whatever. And um, at the time there was well, he still works there. It's a good friend of mine who works for Radio One. I called him and I told him what I wanted to do, or I told him about it. Someone called me back, and next thing you know, here I was on radio station having an interview about what we were doing and about the fundraiser and everything, and it ended up being one of the biggest fundraisers I was ever involved in. And it was absolutely crazy because we were able to get more than enough money for this family, and even afterwards people were still donating money for this family.
Mhm.
So and that probably was probably
That
about
was a while
long
ago.
that was more than 15 years ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, more than 15 years ago.
So you've been in purpose for a minute. You've been
Yes,
walking. So this isn't, it's new, but it's not new.
right.
And you deciding to do Red Velvet Talks, what was that, a month ago?
Yes.
And you've had how many episodes since then?
I think we're 5.
And so take us through that process for that person who knows that they're supposed to do something, but you decided to, you just hit the gas. You've been all gas, no brake at this point.
Yes, I have.
So what does that look like? Like, when did you decide, okay, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do the next piece, and then I'm going to do the next piece. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. And now here we are a month in.
Okay, again, my manager.
Shout out to the manager.
Again, my manager. Um, yeah, me again coming out the phone booth, and this is what I want to do, and me not knowing what to do. And the crazy thing is that even after telling you what I wanted to do, and you're suggesting what I should do, I was like, nah, I was going to talk myself out of it again. But then something said, call this person. This person will help you, who is my manager.
Mhm.
And even then, I think I text him, and they were like, okay, well, we need this. And I'm like, okay. And I'm still in my head, I'm actually talking myself out of it still.
Mhm.
And then I was forced to see him face to face because I had to do something for my daughter. So I thank her for it, because I was made to do something for my daughter, and that she really needed help with. And it just went from there. And my manager from that day, because that was during the week, my manager's like, okay, well, Saturday, this is what we do. I said, Saturday, wait.
Mhm.
I wasn't expecting it that fast. Oh no, everything that we need will be here. I will be there to set up. We're going to do this. And yeah, that's what happened. And I get messages before work in the morning. I get messages when I get off of work. On the weekends. So I mean, he has my schedule lined up, and I yeah. So, and I just been going. So, and to be honest with everyone, yes, I get in the kitchen, I bake. My manager, he is on it. I show up for work.
Mhm.
Honestly, I show up for work, and I give it my all. I give it my all because he is giving me his all. So I
Absolutely.
have to give you my all. I
And
have.
it's so exciting because your manager is just showing up, and he's just doing the thing.
Yes,
I mean, you gave him a thought
I
of
did.
what it was that you wanted to do,
I did.
and he sprung into action. Like, oh, okay, no
Right. So
problem.
he's a superhero.
He is literally. He said, "Oh, okay, Auntie, say less."
Yes. Yes.
But it's so exciting because you get a chance to bring people along on your journey. I
Yes.
mean, even with the individuals that you have interviewed up until this point, where you've had Chef on and he's talked about his journey. You've had the young ladies on, and they have talked about their journey of going through breast cancer.
Yes.
When you talk about Red Velvet and how it just brings people together, but then it opens up the ability to have conversations that we would have without the cameras being off. And
Yes.
so, what I love, even just about us interacting, although we may be live, we just talking. We
Mhm.
just having general conversation
Conversation.
about whatever. But I think we live in a society where the important conversations are not the ones that are so loud,
Right.
where everything else in the world is so loud. We don't talk about politics, and
Nope.
that's just not something that we're going to talk about. But there are so many people that do. But real life that happens to us when all of the cameras are off, and I think that's what a lot of people don't focus in on, is those who are influencers, those who are really big on social media. They give you a small glimpse into
Mhm.
their life.
Mhm.
And so many people take that and run with it like this is what it is. And it's like, no,
That's not what it
let's
is.
have real conversations.
Conversations.
Let's talk about the fact that there are people who, even just like right now, when we're talking about passion and purpose, what if those individuals who are now part of a government shutdown, what if they were actually walking in purpose and their purpose was fueling the fact that, okay, well, this may be shut down, but God's purpose on my life is allowing me to sustain everything
Absolutely.
that I'm supposed to be doing.
Absolutely.
And for me, and I shared even with you, is that over the last, what, I was out of work for almost a year, more than a year, I should say.
Okay.
And I wanted for nothing because although I was out of work, I was prepared during that process. Like
Mm.
none of us are perfect, but we still hear God in times where it's like, all right, well, you should prepare for this. So for me, it was um, growing up and not always having
Mhm.
everything. And then in times where, I filed for bankruptcy, or I've had a repossession, or so for me, it was a fear of not having. And so I had the ability to start stacking money.
Mm.
But people feel like, okay, well, I'm just going to kind of go day in and day out and not listen to that
Mhm.
voice. But what if you listen to that voice?
Mhm.
What if I didn't listen? What if I didn't listen where I'm out of work for more than a year and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to maintain all of the things that are going on in my household?
Right.
But I listened. And that's the important piece in purpose. Is purpose will keep you covered. Purpose will give you that extra oomph
Oh,
that you need
yes.
even when you are tired,
Mhm.
because when you're in purpose, it's not about you. It's about who exactly am I getting ready to serve. So when you're
Mhm.
baking, you're not thinking about, oh, I'm getting ready to eat this cake. It's, I can't wait for those individuals to try what it was that I was in the kitchen baking with love. Like
Yes.
when you had Chef on to try the cookies, you were watching him so intently. I mean, you were like, he's
Like,
gonna
you better
bite,
say it's good. You
he's
better
gonna
say it's
bite
good.
into it, and you
Yes.
were waiting for him to close his eyes and be like, girl,
Mhm.
you made that just off a whim. And that's what purpose does. It makes the person feel good. It
Good.
makes
Yes.
them be like, oh my gosh, she cares. This tastes like love.
And
This
that's what and it's funny, Glenda May, that's what we're gonna call it, Glenda May.
Linda May.
She asked me to bake a cake for one of her coworkers. So of course I dropped it off yesterday. Yeah, so I baked a cake the other day when I got home from work. So I dropped it off yesterday. So of course, as soon as I get off of work, hey, how was the cake? Oh, she loved. Okay, so all I need to know.
That's
Good.
all you needed to know.
All I need to
That's
know.
all you needed to
And see,
know.
and for me too, when I bake, I have to have music.
Mm-hmm.
I have to have music. And I was sharing with someone just today too. I said, when I bake, I cannot have any interruptions because, yeah, as we getting older, did I put that salt in there? Did I put that
Girl.
bake? Yeah. So listen, I can't have any interruptions, but I have there's only one person who could come in the kitchen with me when I'm baking, and that's my daughter.
Okay.
So she could come because she knows how I move. So
Mm-hmm.
she's the only person who can come in the kitchen. Nobody, don't come in here. Don't call me. Don't talk to me. If I'm in my don't yeah, please don't disturb me. Please don't disturb me because I'm a mess up. Then I may end up throwing everything away. I just start all over again.
No. What was it that I was making one day and I was talking to you and missed something? I was making something and I was like, oh, salmon cakes, and I forgot to put the breadcrumbs in it.
Yes, yes.
I was like talking to Erica. My God.
That's why I said when you're doing certain things, you cannot talk on the phone. You cannot talk on the
And I'm
phone.
like, why they not gelling together?
I mean, but it's the same thing going to the grocery store. So I have to do this, and she's gonna kill me for this. On the phone, one of my girlfriends today, she's at a grocery store, and she wants to make chili. What goes in chili again? So right, so you can't be on the phone. You have to, right? You got
Beating got home and missing all the beans.
yeah.
And it's like, so,
And it's funny you said beans because she said, "What beans do I use?" So yeah, so I
see, you just I'm gonna
right,
have to call you
right,
back.
gotta pay.
I'm gonna have to
All I
call
can
you
do is
back.
laugh. All I can do is laugh. Oh my God, but I love you. You know, I'm not picky with you. I love you.
My gosh. So, where do you see? So, when you're talking to people now
Yes.
and they're like, well, what is it that you do? Because when you talked about not getting out in front of people and not talking, let's be real, you can talk.
Yeah. That's what my patients say. That's what my family
Uh,
say. Friends say,
so,
yes.
so, so for me, when you said, but I don't like talking in front of, and I'm like,
I don't. I don't.
so what was it then?
I
That
don't know. I'm telling you now. I don't know.
But
And
you kept hitting record though, Erica. You're still
I
hitting
did.
record.
I did. I did. And let me make this clear now too, because I know one person who likes to being voluntold. So she would volunteer.
Voluntold.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So I have been voluntold. So because now this is yes, my new purpose. I hope she does not voluntold or volunteer me anything because all of a sudden, oh yeah, you'll be speaking today. No,
Well,
no.
why not? Why not? Because if you have been hiding your voice for all these
That
years,
is true. That is true.
and now your
I'm
voice is
here.
being heard,
Yes.
right? The very thing that you thought that you were not being seen, the very thing that you thought that you were not being heard, people are tuning in. They're tuning in because one, when you show up in a room, you show up with light. You show up as the authentic version of you. You show up as the person that people want to hear from. You show up as, I'm going to own this. You show up as an authority figure. You show up as the person who was always called to do the very thing that you were called to do. You show up as the person who said yes. You show up as Erica. And so now, when you show up in a space, you're not having to find the words, you're not having to fumble through, because when you're authentic, regardless of what you're talking about,
It pours
it's
out.
going to easily flow out.
Mhm.
It's not one of those things where, oh my gosh, let me go into the bottom of my purse and figure out. No, authenticity is that thing that you don't have to pull it out from anywhere. It's just like, okay, you want me to talk? Like if someone were to call me today and say, hey, Kiana, I want you to talk about so and so. Okay. Like there's no pull of, oh, now I have to sit down and prepare what it is that I want to talk about. Even with you, with the series that I did, I don't hop on here with
Mhm.
any questions. It's just like, let's
And I
talk.
I can say too, because you did ask me, Erica, do you want to know what we're going to talk about? So I did say no.
Mhm.
I said no. I said I'm just going to just go with it. Let's just to see how this works. So and I did. I did.
And it comes across as authentic in a space where, in a world where so many people are showing up as fake.
Mhm.
And it's like, oh, okay, when they go and they turn all the lights off and now they got to take everything off. And I'm not talking about people who are wearing wigs and all, but I'm saying there are people who order when they get home, they are taking everything off that they had on from outside. They got to
Mhm.
take their wig off. They got to take the lashes off. They got to take the makeup off. But this is how people are showing up in life. And you're trying to mirror your life after someone who they don't even look the same when they took everything off. And so it's like when we show up as, and again, I'm not talking about people who are wearing those things. I'm just talking about the metaphor of taking everything off. But when
Mhm.
you show up as you,
With a mohawk. Let me say that.
eh, oh, so you just had to throw that in there. That was real unnecessary and petty ish.
But I love my mohawk. Okay.
We'll
I
leave that
love
for
my mohawk. Okay, that's a whole nother story, y'all. Sorry. I'm
we
sorry. Yeah, I went off for a second. That's a personal thing, but yes. Love my mohawk. Okay. Okay, go ahead. I love yours too, cuz.
do a twirl for the people so they can see. Look. But again, we show up as who we are.
Mhm.
Like just saying, okay, well, what you wearing when you get on here today? The same outfit I done had on almost the whole series. Just a t-shirt. I'm not getting on here to show I got this. And I
I
got
got
on
this.
Bing.
I got this. That's what I got on.
And I'm Bing. Bing. And where did this come from? Just where a lot of people forget about showing up every day as who they are. They're so busy focused on what's getting ready to happen next week, what's going to happen 5 years from now, what's going to happen 10 years from now. Can you be present? Can you be where your feet are?
Mhm.
Can you be focused on what's happening today?
Right now. Right
Because tomorrow is not promised, y'all. We live in a world where it may be here and it may not be. So what if you focused on being being where you are right now, loving on the people who want to love on you, um being in a job that you truly enjoy, being around friends and family who want to see you succeed.
now.
Let's get back to a space of just being
Mm.
and loving each other
Yes.
and
Yeah.
showing up as who
Each,
we are called
yes.
to be. Let's
Yes.
let's get back to real life. Let's get back to putting our phones down when we sit down and we go out to eat, where everybody is scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Can I see your face?
Yes.
Can we just have a conversation? Put the phone down.
Down. But I even had a moment recently. I turned a movie on and I picked the phone up. Next thing you know, the movie was over.
Gone,
That's sad. That's really sad.
gone. So maybe we need to do a challenge. I don't know, Erica, help me with this. Let's figure out a challenge where we are focused on being present, where we can focus on showing up for ourselves first before we show up, try to show up and pour for other people,
Mm.
where we can show up and be authentic. I don't know. Let's talk it out. What would that look like?
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
I don't know. We got to get
Yeah.
back to being present.
Yeah. And like you
We have
said,
to get back to
in
real life. Being
being, yeah. What happened to hopscotch and Foursquare?
double dutch. We can break out some Uno cards.
We
Red
can't. Oh,
light,
we
green
can't talk
light.
about Uno cards. We can't talk about Uno
Okay.
cards.
No,
No.
no. Okay.
No,
Red
my
light, green light.
yeah, red light, green light. My girlfriends and I had a problem with Uno. Yeah, it didn't go down too well.
It ended badly. Okay. Okay. So Uno is out.
Yeah, special needs. We need to be on the short bus. Yeah,
Oh,
it's very comical, very comical. But
in a Uno
girl,
game? Okay. We'll have to have a
it's a whole
conversation
lot of
about that.
fussing. It's a whole lot of fussing.
So maybe a day where we just play games. I don't know.
Well, yes.
Um,
And I think one of
something.
my girlfriends is actually thinking about doing that just for her birthday, just having a game day. And just like you said, just being us, yeah. And I'm going to say to my girlfriends, okay, well, you know what? Yes, let's put our phones down. Let's just really have fun, just us. Let's just
Because
have fun.
what happened when we didn't have phones? Okay, we
Yeah,
had pagers though, right? But I'm a 80s baby. But we didn't have phones. Like when
no,
we left the house, you just left the house and you hoped that you was coming home that day. Like there was
yeah,
no let me pick up the phone and see what so and so is. No, you had to wait to get back home to get
phone.
on that
Yes.
house phone and in hopes that maybe you had the 800-foot cord where you could walk around the house with it, but you you weren't on the phone and hope that don't nobody pick up from upstairs or anywhere else.
Okay, so let me say this one story about the phone. This
Uh-oh.
this is a Glenda May story. So you already know. So Glenda May said we are not allowed to be on the phone when she was not home because back then, of course, they did not have call waiting. When you call,
Right.
it's
Right.
busy. So if she left the house and she's trying to call and the phone is busy,
Yep.
okay. So we were not allowed to be on the phone. I had this one cousin who snitched on me because I was on the phone.
Mm.
Yes. Glenda May tried to kill me because I was not supposed to be on the phone.
So again, we
But
actually live life though.
yeah, we did.
We were
We did.
we would say now we was living life on the edge because
Yes, we were. Especially dealing with Glenda May. Yes, 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 yes.
I can only imagine Aunt Glenda calling and that line being busy. And wait
Somebody's
a
going
minute,
to
what?
die.
What? Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
already
So
know. You already know. Sorry, Mom.
so again, if we can get back to a place of just being, y'all,
Yes.
remember
Adult
um
recess. Yeah.
oh my gosh, but what was the thing that we had that we looked forward to every year? Field day.
Oh, yes.
It
But
was like, oh, okay,
we will break our necks now.
well, see, no, I didn't say that. That's what we was because we need
Oh,
to
okay.
have
I was going to
some
say.
games that we can sit down at the
Oh,
table
sit
because
down. Okay. As
we
long as we
too
sitting down and doing it. We got to run anywhere. We got to
no
run
no
anywhere.
ma'am. I didn't say that. What I was saying was remember field day. We would have to make
Yes.
something that is age appropriate.
Yes. Yes.
Because falling now we'd be out of business for like 3 or 4 months and
Yes.
it just no it's not worth it. It's not worth
No.
it. We can sit down and play some games
Okay.
and it would be cool and sip some wine. I don't know, but yeah, let us know, what do you all think? And we still have to name the cookies,
Yes. Can y'all
so
please give me a name for these cookies?
we have to figure out that. um and so I'm excited because this is one of many conversations, ma'am.
I
There's
know.
so much that we can talk about, and I'm excited to see the next episode of Red Velvet Talks, who you invite to the couch, what conversations you all will have, the naming of the cookies,
Cookie.
the people who are going to reach out to you because they want to taste the infamous red velvet cake. And y'all, if you all have not ordered your cakes, let me just say that you want to do so now,
Yeah. Yeah. The
because
holidays
we're
are coming
coming up on the holiday season, and she needs to know how many cakes she's going to
ahead
be
of
baking
time. Ahead of
ahead
time,
of time.
please.
And you don't
Ahead
want
of
to
time.
be one of those where you send a message to management, because management is going to get the message that you want to order. But you
Yes.
don't want them to say, well, I'm sorry, we're sold
She
out
reached
for
your
this
limit
week.
for the day.
We can't do it. Y'all have to get, she she just makes the best red velvet cakes. I can't say it enough. And even when we just talked about it, what was it? I ended up doing the podcast episode where it was about us just having the conversation and walking in purpose, and
Yes.
how being seen and how we pour out and how we're looking for people to pour back in. So y'all go and listen to that episode too. But this is for those who, you think that you're not being seen. You are. Light is always seen. Even in a dark room, you can see light. Even if you step outside, the moon, it's pitch black outside, but the moon is still shining. The stars still sparkle. So if you think that you're not being seen, I promise you, you are. I
Amen.
promise you that purpose is calling you. And I'm excited. Erica, you got anything else to say?
I am seen. I am
Mm.
here. I ain't going nowhere. So y'all gonna have to deal with my crazy hindparts for a moment because I'm here.
Okay, so did you just give us affirmations that we needed to say for tonight? I'm seen. I am here.
Yes.
I am seen and I am here.
And I got this.
Yeah, you do.
I got this.
Because why? Because God got his hands on you.
Absolutely.
And when God has his hands on you, can't no devil in hell try to throw you off track,
Mm-hmm.
because there is something greater in you.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait to see it, because I already see yours. And I see the individuals who are now eating off of the fruit of you walking in purpose, Erica. And so I am so proud of you. I'm
Thank you.
proud of you for walking in purpose. I'm proud of you for listening. I'm proud of you for not allowing yourself to talk yourself out of the very thing that you know that you are supposed to do. I'm proud of you for being able to pour into people that you don't even know. I am proud of you for being the amazing woman, the amazing mom. And when that person does come and is ready to be the partner that you are looking for,
Mm. Mm.
they now have a healed version of you
And a
that
lot of
nobody
cake.
else
And a lot of red
could
velvet
have.
cakes.
And
Yes.
a lot of red velvet cake, and a lot
Yes.
of cookies that don't have names to them, and a lot of stuff that you just decided that you was going to get into the kitchen and bake that day.
Yes.
But they have a different version of you that no one else was able to have. So
Absolutely.
I'm excited about
Absolutely.
where you're getting ready to go, ma'am. And I'm going to end the episode like that because I love you.
I love you too.
All
I love
right,
you
y'all.
so much.
Y'all
Good
tuned
night,
into
everybody.
our episode. And remember, let us know what you want to do about some adults research,
Gaming.
adult and the naming and all of those good things. We're going to go back and look at the comments. Yes.
Give
Dang.
me a name. Give me a name.
Now I want a cookie and I don't have nothing
Here
sweet.
you go.
Let me see. Let me see. Okay. I think
Okay.
I. Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye.